Hello and welcome to Doing Time with Abe Auer. I am Abe Auer. Let's do a little time here together talking about some comedy stuff, things around New London. So I just like to call it Doing Time because I used to work in a jail and people did some time there, and I love to do comedy. And that's what it's called when you get up on stage. You're doing time. So, all right. Well, thanks for tuning into this. If you would please, hit the like, make a comment later when something really spurs you on, or subscribe. That would be awesome. Tonight, I got a show in West Bend, Wisconsin. I'm going to be at the Bend Theater hosting that. Tyler Fowler from Chicago is going to be the feature, and Karen Morgan is the headliner. So that'll be a lot of fun. And last night, I was in Green Bay, but no shows next weekend as of right now. I had to keep the weekend open. There's some things I put in for them, so I'm that I didn't get. So I kept that weekend open, but we'll see. Never know what's going to happen. You can always get emails or text, and next thing you know, you're freaking out a little bit. So last podcast, I was in Fort Wayne. That wrapped up very well. That Saturday was definitely my best shows, but Dustin Nickerson, all the shows were good. All Brad Wenzel's sets were very good. So that was a lot of fun to meet Brad and to work with Dustin again. And then I did get locked in for Sunday, June 14th at the Milwaukee Improv, hosting for Dustin there. So that'll be a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to that. That'll be cool right around Father's Day. All that jazz. So that'll be cool. Next real show. Well, yeah, tonight, the Bend Theater. I guess I just said that like 2 minutes ago. Sturgeon Bay, May 16th. And May, I don't have a lot going, but May, that's when I get real busy with kids' sports, coaching soccer, and all that stuff. So I'm not worried about a ton of comedy shows. So yeah, Fort Wayne wrapped up nice. And then last night I was at the Overtime Bar and Grill in Green Bay. That was a lot of fun. That was I closed the show. I did the longest set at the end. I did a half hour, and I could have kept going. Man, that was a lot of fun. So that was cool. There was Chuck Charles hosted, Kat Turvo was on there, then Roberto Filippando, and then myself. And so there was a last minute schedule change, so we all added a little bit of time to ours, and that was fun. And I did that. It's a smaller bar in Green Bay. I mean, just like a mile or two from the stadium. I don't know how many people were there, 30, 40, but it was packed, It was packed out. And great crowd, except two guys at the bar who would not shut up and talked almost the entire time. But that was annoying. Aside from that, though, the show was really good. Everyone had really good sets. I did that show. So Jenny runs Comedy Connects, and she puts it on there. And I did that December, not last year, but the year before, and it was one of the worst sets, an actual show of my life. So I was very apprehensive to go back just because I did so bad. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this again. But you have to force yourself to look at those situations again. And, is there any reason to not go back? Not really, other than a bad memory of how my set went. So I think if you want to get better as a comic, you have to just revisit those rooms that maybe you didn't do so well, because even if you did well, maybe the next time it doesn't go so well. So you just have to keep going. You have to persevere. And, if a show didn't go well somewhere, go back, do it again, unless there's like serious issues. But so I felt really good about it, man. I could have kept going, tried some new stuff, but it felt good. So thank you to Jenny for that. And again, tonight at the Bend is going to be fun. I put all my show dates up on Abe Auer Comedy on Facebook. I don't have like a website where I can keep show dates updated, so that's the main spot. I mean, I do have some stuff online, but it's not like that's the best way to see shows coming up. So check that out. And then I just want to briefly talk about update here in New London. I mean, the waters have receded in most of the noticeable parts in town, but I think there's still some houses that that are along the river where, I mean, I don't know. I haven't driven over there too much, but some spots in town earlier this week still had some standing water, but the main drag downtown was dried out, and businesses were starting to gut the place out, cut out drywall, pick up sandbags, that kind of stuff. We haven't had much rain last week, which has been a huge blessing, which has been nice. So the waters have receded here, but it had raised all along the other parts of the river. Fremont really, I think, got washed out there, and then as the river goes, those places, Menasha, Oshkosh, we're going to experience high water levels. So it's just something to see. Our community is pretty small, and it's been through a lot the last couple of weeks, and a tragedy with a 3-year-old boy drowning. Very sad. Later that week, the flooding, and just some other things around town that I think have gotten people just feeling free to say whatever they want, and that's not always the best. Think it, deal with it in your own mind, but the internet can be good and bad. So I do give people here in town a lot of credit. So what has spurred, I guess, my line of thinking this last, I just got this new hat too. I'm trying to look like a 1970s baseball player. This is my idea, and put a comment in there. Some of you think that might help. I'd like to possibly do a comedy fundraiser, because there's little overhead really with comedy. The person shows up and talks and is funny, so you just need the person to get here. So transportation, and then depending on the person, you want to pay them for their time. I have some ideas around town, some places that would hold a lot of people. But that's what I'm thinking of, trying to do a comedy fundraiser. Now, I would, I think you'd want, obviously, someone who's really good, but a big name to come in to draw interest from outside of town. So that's something I've kind of been thinking about. What can I do? I know a lot of really, really good comics. I know a lot of people who know people and all that kind of stuff. But I don't want to beg or try to make someone feel sorry. I'd want to find some people, who would be genuinely interested in coming to New London, maybe this summer, to help with a fundraiser comedy show. So I don't know. Tag your favorite famous comic in this video, and have their people reach out to my people. And my people are me. And I think we'll figure it out. I think it'd be awesome. So, I just want to drop in here quick. Not a whole lot of updates, but the city is recovering. School's back in session. Some families are still hurting. There's a lot of food donations. Festival Foods donated a ton of food. Other organizations have donated a lot of food. So, huge thank you to the businesses that have stepped up, and churches, individuals who are helping those in need. It's awesome. That's what you got to do. I haven't done a lot, but my wife has, and my kids have, and I've made videos about it. So, we all do our part. But, all right. Well, you guys have a good week, and all right. Thanks for watching.